Yeah. Like, Bob's always sort of backing into the show. Like, he sort of backs his way in. And it's like, I'm gonna keep on talking, so that way I'm always part of the conversation. You guys don't dare talk without me, because I'm Bob Ball, I'm the talent of the show.
That's for sure.
Oh my God, how did you get the soundtrack out of my skull?
Yeah, I knew it.
You forgot the big dance number in the middle, though. I mean,
Yeah, well, I haven't been invited to Choreography Saturday, so how am I supposed to know?
Welcome to Word Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned champion. Our steely nerve competitors, a writer, another writer, a voice actor, and that other gentleman. And now it's gloves off and set your dictionaries for fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suzak.
Welcome to Word Rango. My name is Mike Suzak. Every week we give you guys 4 words, their definitions, and so many other great things, including a whole bunch of knowledge. I'm very excited. It's going to be a good week. I'm joined as always by Bob Ball.
Intrigue, romance, revenge on our all-new episode of #Glue Factory.
Dave Hinkle.
Hello there.
And Ryan Lewis.
Get in where you fit in.
And we've got so many words for you guys, specifically 4, probably a whole bunch if you're counting, but a lot of these ones don't count. And as always, we got to start you off with first word this week, and first word goes to Dave. Dave, last week you won with bed swerver, which, in retrospect, the more I think about it, is actually a pretty brilliant word.
It's so good, bed swerve, man. Like, you can apply it in so many different ways, and it's just fun to say. It's got that verb in it.
I really don't think you can apply it very many ways, honestly. I think
just really only that one way. But,
only that one actual defined way. Yes. Okay. So my word this week,
yes,
gentlemen, Hoyden.
Hoyden.
There's no way.
Hey, nice lady. No, it is definitely pronounced Hoyden.
Bob,
Hoyden.
How would you spell this?
I'm going to go with the traditional Judeo-Christian spelling of Hoyden. Hoyden!
Nailed it. He nailed it. Good job, Bob Ball. Good job.
Hoyden.
I totally know what this means, too.
Okay,
do you really?
For it.
Yeah,
Get it
absolutely.
all top.
Hoyden is a candy coating that is on the outside of every piece of the new Word Rango candy line called Mila Kunis Side Boob.
Wow.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Now, the most interesting thing about the candy shell of our brand new candy Mila Kunis Side Boob is that it's made out of several ingredients that by themselves are not really edible.
Human flesh.
No, the mixture is, of course, top secret.
Okay. Mammary glands.
I do have it on good authority that some of the ingredients, I got a secret memo and stuff, are... which ones can I say here? Copper wire, a tiny, just a tiny bit of woodchuck.
Like the cider? Like woodchuck cider? The drink?
Or the animal.
No, the animal.
Oh, okay. Animal.
Okay.
All right, it's delicious, supple meat. I like it.
Sure. You can figure out how much wood those guys are chucking, am I right?
Okay.
6 Crayola crayons.
Which
only
color?
The yellow
wait.
ones.
Oh, okay. Yellow, green.
You gotta get a burnt sienna in there, man.
What about
That's
what about lemonade?
Mauve.
Sunrise.
Well, I think now you're straying into Danica Patrick's side boob.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Side
a whole
peck.
different.
Now
That's more green.
In the
yellow.
Mila Kunis side boob, there's just some rattlesnake venom, some ground up cul-de-sac.
Oh.
Just a hint of paper plate, some Wi-Fi,
You read
Okay,
the list?
I don't. Some kryptonite.
Okay,
I love the idea of the cul-de-sac though,
unicorn
because
scrotum.
it's like the one we only go to the one cul-de-sac in America. It's our cul-de-sac, and it's like just ruined all these families that live there. Like they can't ride their bikes around because we're just coming in and ripping it up. Like we got to make the candy, kids. We got to make the candy. Sorry.
There's an entire bumper of a 1971 GMC Pacer.
Bob, I feel like you're just describing your surroundings at this point.
I know. Are you just looking at pictures of things? Like it's just amazingly random.
It's like he's like, I gotta come up with something. Let's look at my search history. Mila Kunis side boob.
That's like his only search history too.
I can't blame you. Yeah. I mean, it's like he uses Firefox only for that, and then everything else is grilled. Like, he has a whole separate bookmarks page set up for side boobs, and then he's got, woodchucks, and everything is on the other browser.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, so we have a candy line. That's. And you're saying that Hoyden is what? It's the brand or it's the type of candy?
It is the outside candy coating on every piece of Word Rango's new candy called Mila Kunis Side Boob.
The SEO potential on that candy name
huge.
is just amazing.
It's enormous.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
We're going to sell so much candy.
I mean,
yeah, please someone check and see if MilaKunisSideboob.com is available.
I don't have. I would have to stop this call.
You would need to download a different browser.
Safe search. Yeah, open up Opera and then search.
I'm gonna have to. Ryan, what do you think Hoyden means?
Well, Hoyden is just it's a person who it's the action of someone really loves Woody Allen movies and they just can't stop collecting them, and so they're just sitting there like, oh, I gotta get that. Well, Hoyden, I'm gonna Hoyden this.
Yeah, it's like an involuntary reaction of just garbled mess because you're so excited to be watching Annie Hall or whatever, and you just there's no way for you to vocalize it. You just Hoydens come out. They just come out.
Yeah, and so they haven't quite yet got the green light for the documentary on TLC for it. They got beat out by that other one, Hoarding. But Hoyden, it's very similar. It's kind of like maybe a little too inside baseball, maybe a little too specialized. Normally people collect old newspapers and shit like that, but these guys just basically, just Woody Allen movies. Basically, that's all it is.
Okay, all right. My guess, Hoyden. I had to break this up to make some sense out of it. Hoyden, I believe, means. So now there's Georgetown, the college. Mm-hmm. The Georgetown University is the Hoyas. I believe that they have one big mess hall that they call the Den. So the Hoya Den is Georgetown's enormous mess hall where they, think of Georgetown. It's a very pristine, kind of buttoned up sort of university. But the secret to that university is that enormous mess hall, den, cafeteria place where they eat like Renaissance period savage sort of like
turkey legs.
Turkey legs.
Yeah. And just they don't have forks and knives. Everything's with their hands, It's kind of like the imaginary food and Hook, where it's all colorful and just like crazy and they're throwing it around and everything. Yeah. And that's the secret. I mean, Georgetown, it's a very, it's pretty prestigious. You have to have higher, grade on the ACT than I ever could even imagine. They do pretty well, right? They do pretty well for themselves. They don't get very far in the NCAA tournament.
So if I go there and I want to get a bowl of mac and cheese, I have to gal pen it. I just have to put out my hands.
Exactly. Yep.
And then some ugly chambermaid looking lady with boils on her face. She's like, right! And she just scoops it into my hand. And it's
right.
Okay, I like it.
I think we're kind of getting into how they operate because obviously if they decide not to use a lot of the utensils and plates and bowls. So you have the Galpen Hoyden, which is sort of like a chain of people. Because, have you guys done, potlucks and everything? You're always passing bowls and stuff. Well, what happens if you don't have the bowls of stuff to pass? Everybody's using their hands. Everybody's Galpenning it. So it's dump into one hand, dump to the next, right? So the Galpen Hoyden, then, is Georgetown University's way of feeding one another. And it's a great team building sort of activity, their rowing team is really good at this, especially.
Yeah. It's a sense of community that they have there that you don't get at other universities. So, if you're a listener and you're thinking about where you want to go and you want an authentic kind of individual, unique college experience, go to Georgetown and experience that mess hall.
Yep.
Also experience the listeria or the botulism and shit. And it just does not sound very sanitary. I'm not gonna lie.
That's also why Georgetown, the bushes around the campus don't grow very well. Everyone's throwing up in them. I mean, it's all stomach acids at this point. I mean, you're not going to grow anything there at Georgetown, but you know what you are growing? Knowledge and well-adjusted individuals that don't
friendship.
use forks. I mean, that's pretty much what it boils down to. So that's
An intimate knowledge of food-based illness.
yeah. So that's my guess for Hoyden. Dave, can you tell us what Hoyden means, please?
Okay, first of all, I feel like you guys missed the very obvious kind of
please,
joke definition.
please tell me what you think we should have said.
Okay,
That's great.
So you know how it's slang in America when you're like, "Hey, bro, you holding? Like you holding anything? What do you
Nope,
got?
don't
You
know
got
what that means.
Yeah, it usually involves like, "Hey, you got any Dr Pepper? You holding?
Like
you know?"
guns?
No, it's a drug related slang. It's like, "Hey, you holding?" Right?
Hey, bro, do
Hoyden-
you have a tittle of Dr. Pepper syrup at all?
Yeah.
You hold?
in your back pocket. You can hook
That's
me up.
exactly what people are asking for.
So Hoyden
Guy
is
pulls a bag of syrup out of his bag. Like it's... Yeah,
So
okay, sorry.
Hoyden is the way the Canadians say it. They say you hoyden, eh? Like instead of you holding, eh? It's you
Wait,
hoyden,
is this
eh?
really the definition?
No,
no.
Dave is busy telling us what we should have said.
Is
Yeah,
this a
basically-
patented Dave like, oh shit, I gotta turn in my own word? Like,
Yeah, well, I'm a trailblazer, but no, hoyden is a noun, and it is a girl or woman of saucy, boisterous, or carefree behavior.
Oh,
Yeah.
my kind of lady.
Yeah, so Blanche on Golden Girls,
Yep,
total
Blanche.
hoyden, total
Blanche.
hoyden.
She's totally Hoyden.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's hoyden all up and down the block. But yeah, that's hoyden. It's like those girls that are really drunk and always going like woo and like just.
So
really...
say the definition for me one more time, because I feel like there's a couple words in there we need to kind of pick apart.
Oh, absolutely. A girl or woman, so that
Okay.
means a small.
Sure, any age. I think
Oh,
is
okay.
really
those
well.
aren't the words you.
A
Okay,
woman,
those
a
aren't
woman
what
of
you're
any
talking about.
age.
So it's a girl or woman of saucy, boisterous, or carefree behavior.
Saucy, boisterous, or carefree. So, yeah. So I guess the kind of woo, the kind of
Yeah.
screaming and kind of like spontaneous and everything, energetic. I get
Or
that.
even
I feel
the
that.
lady at the DMV who's like, "You don't know me." Like that's a total hoyden kind of lady right there. She's got strong hoyden characteristics.
Now,
Lady Gaga.
now if we like, is there maybe a scale for how hoyden one lady can be? Like on a scale of 0 hoyden to 10 hoyden, right?
Oh,
like,
man. Yeah,
Kind of either
yeah.
could be like the woo, or they could be like, holy shit, I think she's gonna kill someone. Like, right? Like it's kind of like Girls Gone Wildebeest, right? Like it's like freaking like you're pretty sure that you don't want to get in the checkout line behind her. That
Right.
kind of like, yeah. Maybe
Well, I
there's
mean,
got to be a
you-
scale to this.
There absolutely should be, and I think you need to look at real world examples. Who would be the one who would be the least carefree, least hoydenish woman on the planet? I honestly, Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza.
I kind of like
Condoleezza.
that. I think Condoleezza. I was going to say Hillary Clinton, but yeah, Condoleezza Rice definitely.
Balls out.
And then maybe like number 10 would kind of be like I don't know, Tracy Jordan's wife on 30 Rock, like just really crazy, over the top, throwing wine in people's faces, like. You don't know me,
Can you like bring that back to maybe like King of the Hill somehow so I can get a better frame of reference?
Well, I don't think there's any.
Or Pokemon?
Someone Misty got her started.
Yeah, Misty. I mean, it's pretty much the only girl in that damn show that I know of. So
I mean, like for a while we had Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton,
Paris Hilton.
and they were kind of the party girls as far as celebrities go. But even then, like anytime
It was
you saw
so sad when they died.
that's
Oh,
when
what
our
about
plane
Kesha?
disappeared.
Kesha.
Well, how
When
about
she died too.
How
Kesha
about
cranks it up to
Toothless?
11.
She's dead.
How about Toothless Fergie? I mean, she's living in the
Oh.
sewer. She's doing her own damn thing. She has no. She gives zero cares. Okay.
She totally is. Yeah.
So she's a hoyden. I mean, where would she be at on that scale? Like an 8? Strong 8?
That's what we need to do. Is we need to get Toothless Fergie on her own reality show, and maybe instead of the whole Nicole and Paris or the whole fucking Kardashians, we need Toothless Fergie, and then maybe like Kesha with one leg or something, right?
Okay. Yeah. Or like Honey Boo Boo. Where's Honey Boo Boo fall into this scale?
No, but
She's
that
like a
come
9?
on, Dave. That's we need the party girl. We need not like the little girl that's freaking tripping on pixie sticks.
Well, I mean, being part of being carefree means like you like you don't have a working brain to care about the shit that you're supposed to
I
care
think
about, right?
I think careless.
Oh, it's careless.
It's different.
Yeah, that's a subsidiary of Payless. We need Kesha with a peg leg. That's what we need.
Kesha with a peg leg sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Anyways, that's Hoyden.
Hoyden.
Let's see. Looking down the list, why don't we have Ryan?
Why don't you go, Mike?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You want me to go?
I don't know.
You never go
You stalled
second.
long
I feel
enough.
like you always save yourself for last.
You're right. I do save myself, and my words aren't strong enough to hold up the end of the show, so I should go next. Just letting everybody in on that. My word this week is lardoon.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Lardoon. Okay.
Dave, do you have a guess for the spelling? I feel like you'll get it right away.
Lardoon.
Correct.
All right.
That is correct. And while we're at it right away, do you think you have a guess as to what lardoon means?
Yeah, so like the oldest currency that ever existed on the planet Earth is doubloons, gold doubloons.
Yes.
So like, I mean, mankind got together before they came up with the idea of
I'm
the
sorry,
doubloon.
hold up. Mick Foley? Cactus Jack? Is that mankind? That the guy you're talking about?
Yeah. Mankind and Sacco got together, and they were sitting in a room, and they were basically like, all right, we need to come up with some kind of currency. We can't keep like trading goats and our wives and rough pieces of fabric as some kind of standardized currency. Like, we need to figure this thing out. So they got together and they were like, all right, what do we have an abundance of? And it's like, well, we got a lot of fat sitting around. We got a lot of lard. So they decided that lard was going to be the currency. They fashioned lardoons. But the problem was it wasn't able to catch on a global scale because the hotter climates that they shipped lardoons to, they basically melted. They just melted into a pile of mush.
Right.
And so, how are you supposed to be like, okay, well, how many lardoons is this? I don't know. It's a pile of lardoons, a mess of lardoons.
It's my hands are messy.
And so the whole currency thing flew out the window. And a lot of times, even in the colder climates, when the lardoons did manage to stay their shape, they would just fly out of pockets, satchels. I mean, they're greasy little bastards, They just fly around. It's like you try and pull one out with your hand, it just shoots in the air, and then a hawk swoops in and grabs it and feeds it to its little babies. And yeah, lardoons.
So I'm picturing Pirate Kesha paying up at the end of the night, and she pulls out her wallet and opens it up, and there's just chunks of lard in it,
Yeah. And she's doing that nowadays, too, which is pretty crazy, because that currency never caught on, but she's still trying to rock that and stuff. And it's like, oh my god, my wallet got stained again.
Yar, I can't tell how many lardoons I have.
We don't take that here.
Yeah. So lardoons.
Okay. I really, really like that. I kind of want that to be the thing, honestly. Ryan, what do you think lardoons means? Lardoon.
Dave, lardoon. So Dave's onto something because it is kind of an old-fashioned thing. It's actually during the Renaissance time. It was an instrument that never really caught on, and basically it was kind of like a lute, but instead of having like 4 strings or 8 strings or whatever the fuck how many strings a lute has, it only had 1 string. So you really couldn't do much. Also didn't have any frets. Basically, it was pretty useless, which is why it never caught on. But, there was a minstrel who was very famous for playing the lardoon, and he would travel around from place to place and just get up all in people's grill and just play that one note that he could play on the lardoon, because that's really all it could do. It was really just a string.
Bow.
There was a fair lady, bow, and she was a bow. Really take off. He actually got executed fairly quickly.
I'm picturing the one note that really sold me. I'm trying to picture also how the instrument looks exactly. Can you describe it? Like, is it sort of like a ukulele kind of thing where it's just 1 string? Or are you thinking more mandolin? Like, what exactly? A lute or something? Like, what are you?
Yeah, like it's definitely fashioned. After a lute, it's got kind of the round back, and it's got the hole to really resonate that one note. Just really pound it out there. It's hollow body, and just 1 tuning peg on the end, and the tuning peg is enormous. Just to just really hey, make sure you tune it to that one note and really just make it happen. And just 1 string basically, and it's horsehair, several horsehairs, just kind of make that 1 string. And yeah, like basically there was very few people who actually made it because it was a terrible idea. But it's just one of those things where, I believe there's like some Eastern instruments that are very similar to that, that they learned how to kind of do different things with. But really back then, it was just one guy plucking that one string. Could all really
I could hear it in like a Bjork track or something, I bet. Guaranteed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Bob, what do you think Lardoon means?
Lardoon. This one's tricky, but I think you've got just the guy to navigate you through these uncharted waters.
Who?
For you see, this be an old pirate term. In ye olden days, old sea dogs like meself, we used to find a hidden grotto. If you know what I be saying.
Is this what one of those euphemisms my parents have warned me about?
You know when you're in the mood for the black spot of Davy Jones' locker. To hang the
Like
jib.
a butthole. Oh.
To run a rig, to loot and pillage, to shiver me timbers, to maroon your five. I prefer the earlier stuff. Lardoon, that be what ye Lardoon is.
I don't know what you mean by Lardoon.
No, I know. Like, I think there was
Is
some
it to
pirate
partake
terms
in partaking in nefarious activities?
Well, I think it just means to like dune the lardy part of the body, which is the butt. I mean, the butt has most of the fat on the body, so he just wants to dune the lard. So you're lardooning. You're tuning the lard. I don't know, I guess. Who the hell knows what crazy pirate Bob is thinking of?
In the asshole of Davy Jones' locker, I guess. I don't... all right, Bob. Okay.
It's like boning fatties. Is that what you're getting at, Dave? Like, we're going to go do some lard doing, you know?
yeah. Do some of them lardies. Oh.
All right. All right.
Dave be sailing the high seas. And the big double D's.
Wow.
God damn it, Bob.
I was thinking high C
welcome.
in terms of the juice boxes or something, but I guess. Lardoon, I'll give you guys the definition. According to sexymerriam-webster.com, lardoon is a strip, as of salt pork, with which meat is larded. Or, in other words, it's a piece of bacon or pork or whatever that is used to lard or stuff meat. So that is a lardoon. So when you
Yar, ye be stuffing ye meat.
Yep. So when you're larding something, you're inserting strips of fat or bacon into meat before you cook it. And in that case, the lardoon is the item or the meat or fat that you insert into.
So is it basically like that big plastic syringe I've seen sold late at night on TV where you can just like inject stuff directly into the meat?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think that's a way of doing it, yeah.
So that is a lardoon instrument.
Yep. And
Okay.
Yar, this all be sounding super sexy.
I tend to agree. Because I think there might be more uses to a lardoon, such as the syringe type. Like maybe you're going to want to inject it. Let's say you have... I don't know, you have like an air mattress that has a hole in it. And it's really fucking annoying when you have a hole, because once you get a hole in an air mattress, you're not going to fix that. You can try and get like a kit to patch that up, super glue or something. Once you inflate it, it's just going to pop off and then the air is going to leak out. But all you need is a lardoon. You fill that shit up with some fat or lard, and next thing you know, you have a very nice, comfy air mattress. You have a lard mattress.
Oily waterbed.
Yeah.
And if you're ever like, imprisoned or held against your will in your apartment or a zombie apocalypse comes, you got a nice little snack there to keep you tided over until the military can clean everything up and fix it. Just sit there and nibble on the inside of your air mattress.
Yep. It works perfectly.
I was thinking about maybe syrup infused pancakes. Save you some time.
Isn't that technically isn't
on
that
the
just
back end.
Isn't that a McGriddle though? Like, isn't that just what a McGriddle is? They put the syrup inside
I
of
guess
it.
maybe they do. But
Look,
for home use.
Dave, I think you're giving McDonald's a lot of credit to say that that's actually syrup and those are actually pancakes.
Yeah.
They're probably neither,
That's true.
What about bacon infused bacon?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You could do all sorts of stuff with that thing.
Yeah, it's like putting the lime in the coconut. I mean, there's a lot of different opportunities, I think. anyways, that's Lardoon, and we need to get to scenario number 1 for the week. I am not sure where to go with this. Do you guys have any suggestions?
Absolutely.
Well, Bob's not a pirate.
Yar.
No, I mean, no, it specifically said.
Yar. Dave and Ryan be a couple that are coming into a vagina repair shop.
All right, no, now wait. Who has the broken vagina?
Well, that's what we have to find out, Dave.
Okay, all right.
And Yarin and I be the doctor
Okay.
in the office.
All right.
And Mike will be my my nurse who will escort you into the office there. Yar.
All right.
Yar.
All right, why don't you two just go ahead and take a seat here.
Oh, thank
And
you.
the
Thank
doctor,
you very much.
the doctor will be with you shortly.
I was pretty much done reading that parenting magazine article.
So what do you- I mean-
ADHD is a what?
What do you think this is about? I don't know why you called us in like this. I just
Oh, hi. How are you two today? Okay. So I have a sheet of paper here that says that someone has a broken hoo-ha. I'm not sure what hoo-ha
Whoa, doctor.
is.
Whoa, doctor. Come on. Layman's terms, please. Neither one of us went to medical school.
Yeah, what's a hoo-ha?
Well, let's go with the Oprah terminology, vajayjay.
Is that a rapper?
It might be.
Is that a wild bird of some kind?
How about vagina?
Whoa,
Oh,
okay, now I
okay.
know what he's talking
All
about.
right,
Now,
Yeah.
So there's a broken vagina in the room, huh?
definitely true.
Yeah. Who brought their broken vagina today? Because I'm pretty sure that there's not one here.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
did
not-
you find one loose?
I'm not
or
really sure what technically
Did you
consists of.
trap one in the wild? Because you both have very full beards. I mean, you both totally look like Portland hipsters.
Well, this could be, maybe it's more of a hypothetical vagina. Like, doctor, what if there is a broken vagina? What do we do about it? We just kind of want to know, just for, couldn't find answers to it on the internet, and we figure you've seen a few of them.
Ooh, Hoyden. So gentle peoples of the room. It's been a long day. Hang on a second, guys.
Long day in the vagina mines.
Oh.
Okay, how do I break this to you guys? You're dudes. You've got no vaginas.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean like we can't like lease to own one day or something
have
like that.
custody of one.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I could just like throw a rock out this window and hit a vagina. Like there are a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
But what if we get a broken one? Like what are the signs? Like how will we know if this is like how do we know if it's even real? I mean,
We're under warranty. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta know all these things.
yeah, you know.
Oh, Hoyden.
Is there a consumer reports page we can go to or something?
Well, I think there are a couple of websites, but they're not going to actually have what information you're looking for.
WeFixVaginas.com.
Can you turn that pop-up ad off? It's a very we're trying to have a serious conversation here and
WeFixVaginas.com.
It's under construction as well. I could
The
try.
vagina or the website? That's what I mean, listen, we just want some tips. Like, are we using caulking? Is that water-based?
Yeah,
Like, really.
how many times a day do we have to feed it? Do we have to take it out once a day? Like
Maintenance?
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, I know you guys probably haven't had much experience with these, but as a trained vagina physician, I will tell you that there are 3 things you cannot do with any vagina. Period. You don't get it wet. You don't feed it after
I
midnight.
knew
Okay.
exactly. Fucking knew that's what you were gonna do.
That's it. That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
jeez.
All vaginas are gremlins.
I know. Anytime there's 3 things you can't do, it's like, hey,
Look.
Bob, like, seriously, you can't get it wet. Come on now.
I mean, it's like I give you guys an opportunity to give us something that might not, disappoint all of our listeners.
What are you talking about? I asked if you had to feed it every day or take it outside. Like, it doesn't get any funnier than that, man.
No, but the whole thing, the whole premise.
Okay.
Good work. And you know what? I'm at least proud of Bob for incorporating Hoyden occasionally, because it's kind of good. I think the reason
Like, it's like
we
a
do
nervous
these...
tick.
Well, no, I think the reason we do these scenarios is to work in the words we're talking about. Like, yeah. Okay, well, that's good. Let's move on. Let's get... Bob, what's your word this week?
Oh, Internet, I have brought you a wonderful word this week. My word this week, the winning word, is niggle.
Oh, God.
Niggle.
Oh, no.
Dancing.
Everyone be very careful with this one. The word is niggle.
Oh, man. We just lost all of our listeners we got from the Condoleezza Rice comment. Damn it.
We just got kicked off of iTunes. Like,
Yeah.
straight up.
In life.
Okay, I'm going to give this a shot, regretfully. Niggle. Is that correct?
Indeed, that is the niggle.
Damn it, Bob. God damn it.
And just as some foreshadowing, we should also be careful with the scenario, too.
You know what? We're at least lucky in this regard because none of our scenarios match our words anyways, so I'm not too worried about that.
In that case, I hope they continue to not match our words this week. Niggle.
All right, so I guess I'll go first.
What do you think niggle means?
Okay. Do you guys know who Rob Riggle is?
Yes.
I fucking hate that guy.
Is he a tall white gentleman?
Yes, of course he is.
Niggle?
Really, Bob. Really.
Wow.
I mean, really. No.
I'm just going to lean on this button until it hurts.
So Rob Riggle is this comedian dude that he's been doing like Fox's NFL Sunday kind of like skits that Frank Caliendo used to do before Caliendo went somewhere else. And Caliendo was at least kind of funny most of the time. Rob Riggle is the least funny person that pretends that he's funny I've ever seen in my life. And so now niggle is sort of like, I would say it's sort of like pulling a Rob Riggle. It's like kind of going up and being like, yeah, that's right, I'm a funny guy. I'm going to light up the room. I got a TV spot. And then you just bomb. And you just make everybody cringe. And that's, I think, pulling a Rob Riggle is pulling a niggle. I think that's what niggle means. That's
Bob Ball
the first
pulled
thing.
a Rob Riggle. He pulled a Rob Riggle
Yeah,
like 3
he
minutes
did
ago.
Pull the air out of the podcast.
He really did it real well. So congratulations, Bob, for pulling a niggle. That's my guess.
Also, I mean, the thing with Rob Riggle, I like give him credit to certain. I mean, like it's got to be so hard to write.
Oh, of course,
like
of course.
a ton of jokes that like Middle America is going to be like, oh, like
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but
he's
still
a funny dude. Otherwise, like
I'm sure he is, but
Why do you hate Rob
Is it really
elsewhere.
that hard?
You're to maroon your 5.
No, it's
I think-
because he's an ex-Marine. Like he's just.
Oh, good.
know.
Okay, good. I'm
Yeah.
happy you Googled him.
Yeah. No. I actually have known that about him. Like I've seen him in quite a few stuff. I memorized
the
his
Marine?
IMDb
Was he in the
page.
Marine? Or?
Yes, he starred opposite John Cena in the Marine. So he's an ex-Marine.
Oh, is that the qualification?
Yeah.
Yep.
All you have to do is be in any military movie, playing any kind of branch of the military type person, and you're part of that. Like that's
Right.
it. You know.
And the
You
higher the rank of the WWE star that you co-star with, the higher ranking Marine you are. So I mean, if you're starring with like Ted DiBiase Jr., you're basically a private. You're not going to get anywhere. By the way, the Marine 2 or 3, I believe. And then if you're starring with John Cena, The Rock, let's say, you're going to be way up there, right? You're ranking pretty high. So that's That's where Rob Riggle came in. He was with John Cena. And now I'm remembering that he was in The Hangover and some other movies. I mean, he's a funny enough dude, but when it comes to the Fox stuff, he lays an egg every week.
Yeah, but Caliendo sucked too. I mean, come on.
Caliendo, you could laugh at, or you could be like, oh, that's a good impersonation, even if you never laughed at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rob Riggle, come on.
It's uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the whole thing. Look, if you're listening and you run a weekly NFL or sports thing where you're like, we're gonna have a funny hour now, like we're gonna have like 2 minutes of fun right now, it's like, stop it. Nobody likes it. You're terrible. Stop it. You're pulling a Riggle. Or you're pulling a niggle. Ryan, what do you think niggle means?
Yeah, well, it was a tough one. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
Niggle.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Niggle is it was a spin-off search engine where really the only terms you can search are related to Stevie Nicks. So if you're like looking for, like best way to repair vaginas or something like that, like really the only thing it's going to bring up is like, sounds like a song, and we'll singing. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh. And that's actually really the results you get for everything. Really.
Right.
It's like the world radio sing song. Oh, yeah. Because where else am I going to go with that?
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't. There's nowhere to go.
Jesus.
Bob backed us into a corner.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome, Dave. Dave, I have full faith that you will actually pull out of your hat the meaning of the word niggle.
Well, I do know what the real world meaning of the word is, but I'm going to take a stab in the dark here and say that niggle is the term.
Oh, taking a stab in the what?
Oh my God!
Racist.
Wow, dude!
Oh
wow!
my God.
Wow! You're just reaching there. You're reaching
my
there.
God.
All right. And I've said it before, and I'll say it a million times. Like, I can't be racist. My sister married a black dude. Okay,
That
it's
doesn't-
impossible. Absolutely absolved. I'm absolved of all racist, accusations. But anyway,
God,
that's your
really helped with that.
reparation. You just gave your sister away.
yeah, it was like a whole volcano ceremony. We tied her up there, waited for him to come in. The doors opened up. He takes her away, and then that's it. I don't ever hear from her again.
Damn.
Like this call's going to drop sometime.
Yeah. So niggle, I believe, is the term for you know how like in Canada they have loonies. So niggle is the term for like $1 or just like $1 in Nigeria. It's just what they call their currency.
Oh, okay.
It's like I want a bottle of Coca-Cola. Like how many nickels is that going to cost? It's like $3.40. It's like okay, cool, and then you're on your way.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
I do like that you've now incorporated two definitions that are based on currencies because you have lardoons and you have nickels.
Well,
So
you know
now-
me, man. I was an economy major in college.
at the University of Georgetown.
Yeah.
You were a Hoya. You were in the Hoyden. Now, Dave, I want to know what the conversion rate between lardoons and niggles is.
Oh, that's a real tough one. Well, I mean, so it's like you would have to. It would be really tough because you'd have to find out what the home country origin of lardoons is. Because if you take any lardoons to Nigeria to try and transfer them over, they're just going to melt.
Get shot.
Well, yeah, you're going to get shot by some prince. But no, they're
You're
also
gonna get
just going to
shot
melt.
by Prince.
Prince, he'll be waiting for you at the airport.
In assless chaps, yeah.
Right.
But it's too hot there to bring any lardoons. You know?
Kiss. Okay, well, Bob, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I really hate you,
I
Bob.
hate you right now.
You son of a bitch.
Can you
Oh my
please-
Decided.
Can you please tell me what niggle means?
Oh, niggle. Niggle is a verb, and it is to worry or annoy someone.
Yeah, good. Congratulations.
You three totally just got niggled.
How about someone or like thousands of listeners that won't be here next week?
Yeah.
Like, God damn it, Bob.
You just managed with one word to make literally everyone uncomfortable. I mean, like the chills that you hear of people that are sitting in their desks at work.
Yeah.
Sitting in their chairs. They're like, yeah. Like I don't want to know what it means. I don't want to keep
You
me
better
away from
edit
this
in.
word.
You better edit in a record scratch. Like, it better be like that Rob Schneider episode of South Park where you say that word and it's like shrimp. And it's like,
I'm sorry,
Rob
I believe you
Schneider is
mean
a
the
racist.
I think you mean the Rob Schneider episode of King of the Hill, right? Just
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
clear.
that too. That too.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Rob Schneider Pokemon character.
Yes. I choose you, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is an electrode.
All right.
Pokemon humor.
We need to move on so
No,
far.
no, I
so
don't think we
fast.
should. I think we should talk about the niggle some more.
Never, ever again.
This is post-racial America, Bob.
Yeah, right. And he's really dragging us back in time. Get on the right side of history, Bob. Ryan, what is your word this week?
Okay, well, my completely non-offensive word this week is quidnunk.
Quidnunk?
What?
Quidnunk.
Wow. Okay, that is a jumble of consonants, isn't it? Quidnunk.
Just toss them around.
Do we have a guess for the spelling? Maybe Dave?
Quidnunk?
No.
No?
Bob, what do you think?
Quidnunk is Quidniggle.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Am I close?
Don't deface. What do you,
Jesus
I mean,
Christ,
seriously,
Bob.
what do you do with my word here? Why are you trying to take my word down that path?
Ryan,
So
how is
far,
it spelled, please?
So quidnunk is spelled Quidnunc.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Nunc. Quidnunk. Wow. Bob, what do you think quidnunk means?
Niggle is a word that
Jesus Christ, Bob! God damn it, Bob!
God
fine
damn you.
quidnunk. Wow. This quidnunk is a condition where you turn into your crotchety grandfather.
Okay.
Symptoms of that kind of affliction are include, but not limited to, yelling at kids to get off your lawn. Mm-hmm. Telling stories of how things used to be in the good old days. How everything is getting more expensive and more flimsy at the same time. And you are paying more attention to reverse mortgage commercials with the Fonz and that annoying guy from Law and Order. Oh, and also gout soup.
Right.
Scout soup.
Okay, so quidnunk then is the process or the symptoms by which you turn into you're growing old, turning into your grandfather, is getting senile. Like, is that what you're talking about?
Sure. Oh, and also niggle.
Jesus. I don't even know.
If you are at your desk right now, and every time I say the word niggle, if you squirm just a little bit, high five yourself. Nobody will know what is going on.
I'm high fiving myself right now. I just
I don't even
know.
Dave, what do you think quidnunk means?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. What? Who cares? Who fucking cares? We're a goddamn racist podcast now, apparently. And I can never talk to my sister again.
Or your dad. So it's like, I mean,
Yeah, my dad. Well, my
if only
dad's
he would
been
have loved you more.
my dad's been out of the picture for a long time. Just want you to love me, Pop. Just want you to love me. All right, so quidnunk. Now, quidnunk is it is specifically a caper. Okay, now it's like you've seen those heist movies, maybe even the movie called Heist, which is about a heist, and starring Gene Hackman, if you will. And so quidnunk is a heist, a caper, right? But it's very specifically surrounding Quiznos. You want to rob the Quiznos. You want delicious sandwiches. You want even more delicious money, and then even more delicious visors and branded shirts. So you come up with this whole caper, this whole routine to rob the Quiznos, but because it's a quidnunk, it's got to be very low risk. You're not going to go in there with guns. You're not going to have them loaded because that's like 25 to life, attempted murder stuff. So you have to go in with some melee weapons, specifically nunchucks. So you're basically robbing the Quiznos with a bunch of friends. Maybe you're dressed like Ninja Turtles. Maybe all four of you are dressed like Michelangelo, and you have nunchucks. And that's how you're basically making off with delicious processed salamis and $1 and $5 bills.
See, I pictured it being something like maybe even a little bit less invasive. So what you do is you go in after hours, that little oven, little conveyor belt thing that they have, you just build a little trap door in there that just basically shoots the sandwiches down a tube right out the back door.
Oh, man.
But it doesn't do it every time. So they're not like...
Oh, yeah, so they don't
crap.
get suspicious. They're like, every single sub, it's just like 1 in every 4 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like, man, a lot of subs getting lost in the oven. I don't know why. All right, let's make it again.
Yeah, and the employees there, they don't care. They're not like, managers. They don't love Quiznos. They're just getting a paycheck. So they're like, whatever, if we lose 1 out of every 4 subs, it's like, it's no big deal.
They're not risking their life going into that oven looking for what's going on with those
God, no,
sandwiches.
they've seen what they put inside of that oven. They don't know what's inside lurking, waiting for them to stick an arm in, Biological meats just waiting to just melt the skin off of their arm.
Ganging up on them, like some kind of uprising in there.
Yeah, maybe that's what a quidnunk is. Maybe it's an uprising of all the meat inside a Quiznos.
I think you're onto something with that. Especially, you figure... when they toast those subs, especially, I feel like it just zaps them to life as they pass in that conveyor, right?
It's sentient.
It's like you see them, mid toaster oven just rise up and like come to life and walk out. It's like, hey, I think that's my salami and pepperoni. Like, what gives?
I've got rights.
And we're in love.
They're tasty.
You can't stop us.
Okay, so I think I know what you said with quidnunk. You kind of twisted at the end. What are you going with, Dave? What does quidnunk mean to you?
Do you want me to keep talking? Like, I feel like I talked for a really long time.
You talk, you talk, but I just want to make sure I know what you guess for the definition.
Let's say it's a combination of, actually, it's all part of the heist. The uprising is all staged.
Right.
The Quiznos revolution, the Quiznovolution, if you will, it's all staged. It's all for the benefit of stealing those delicious processed cardboard breaded sandwiches.
So you're going with the whole heist operation then?
Yeah, basically.
All right, cool.
Sandwiches are in on it.
Yes, sandwiches are in on it.
It's an inside job.
That's sort of the twist. That's sort of the twist that happened. Yeah.
All
right.
Inside Man, starring Denzel Washington.
The hoagie.
Hoagie. Denzel Washington hoagie. What would Denzel Washington's hoagie be? What would it be?
Roast beef.
Roast beef? Black Forest ham, maybe?
Man,
just really
can't get out of it.
And you're worried about my word niggle.
Can we go?
We can't. Okay, my guess for quidnunk.
What, he can't be turkey.
Bob, you better edit
Racist.
so much shit out of this fucking show.
This is going to be a 35-minute show now because of this. I am going to say that quidnunk is when Dennis Quaid dresses...
All right, I like it already.
dresses as a nun.
Okay.
And so Quaid nun is sort of like, think of it this way. Like, sometimes, I don't know, like Sister Act, you need to kind of get away from some bad people. You got to get back in the habit. So think of it as being like Sister Act, where you're placed into the witness protection program, except you take out the Whoopi Goldberg and you put in Dennis Quaid. Right?
That was their original intent, and then they're just like, we can't get Dennis? What's going on?
And I think the best part is once you put in Dennis Quaid, anything can happen. When you put in Whoopi Goldberg, you have an idea what's gonna, you got some slapstick humor, some sort of like kind of like a wink at you kind of funny moments, but then you have some heartfelt moments. That's about the extent of Whoopi Goldberg, right?
Joy Behar.
That's what you get, right? You always get the center square of Hollywood squares. You're always going to get that. But then when you get Dennis Quaid, you could get anything, right? So you've got the sort of like the Day After Tomorrow Dennis Quaid versus having like the Frequency Dennis Quaid or the Parent Trap Dennis Quaid.
Inner Space Dennis Quaid.
Right. You've got like, what was he? Any Given Sunday, I think he did too. I think so.
Great Balls of Fire. He's been in movies. This is the thing.
He's been in so many movies, right? In fact, I just clicked over to his.
Who knows?
IMDb,
it's Dennis Quaid and
credits.
Randy Quaid. It's too hard to figure out.
Ooh,
why not? Why not both?
So much Quaid.
Right. So now let's.
So you want
see.
to double down on Quaid?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I will double down on none Quaids. So you've got the Randy Quaid and the Dennis Quaid as none.
Quaid.
Don't shoot all your Quaids at one time. Because you got to save something for the sequel.
Take a Quaid and call me in the morning.
Okay, sure. So let's say you start out with Dennis Quaid, right? We'll start out with Dennis Quaid, Sister Act 1, Dennis Quaid, escaping from, mobsters or whatever that are getting at him. And so he's now pretending to be a nun. Whole different scenario then compared to Whoopi Goldberg pretending, because it's kind of, it's a whole different thing.
He's a man.
Right, and he's leading the chorus, and it's Dennis Quaid. Whoopi could kind of sing. Whoopi could carry a tune. Can Dennis Quaid carry a tune? You bet your fucking ass he can. Of course Dennis Quaid can sing. So then, Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, Dennis Quaid, Randy Quaid, Quaidnunk.
Quaidnunk.
So that's my guess. Quaidnunk, Dennis Quaid, Randy Quaid, nuns, good stuff.
Tagline: don't be afraid of double the Quaid.
After we have the second movie, I think we can spin this off to A&E. Randy Quaid always seems like he's on the drugs.
Yes.
So we have both of them on a show where we try to keep Randy Quaid clean, and we call it Quaid Dudes.
Now,
I'd watch that.
Now, we also keep Randy Quaid clean while keeping Dennis Quaid drugged up, right?
Like switch it?
Yeah, we
like
switch
Freaky
it up.
Friday, I love it.
We switch it up. So it's like Randy Quaid, it's like, no, I'm not letting you do any of the drugs. I will do the drugs for you if it means you're staying clean, says Dennis. And then, and they're both dressed as nuns. And at this point, they don't need to be anymore, but they are. And so that's like, I like that. We could spin it. A&E would pick that up instantly, Yeah,
I mean, there's just so many ways to go in the Quaidiverse. It's like you could go nuts, like all different directions.
Yep.
Randy, Dennis,
Ryan, what does quidnunk mean?
I just want it to be called Quaidnunk now, but because it's still Quidnunk, it means a person who seeks to know all the latest news or gossip.
Oh,
Gossip girl,
So a quidnunk is a gossipy kind of person. That's brilliant.
Yeah, just likes to gab, just likes to dish. Someone who just wants to know all the latest.
Trisha, you're such a quidnunk.
She is.
Trisha's a quidnunk. Of all of the words that we've had on this show and their definitions, this has been one of my favorite practical ones. This is one where I can turn around tomorrow and say, I'm going to actually use this word. I really like that. I really like that a lot.
That's kind of the reason why we do it, right? We want to expand people's vocabularies. I mean, people are going to be...
It doesn't matter if we had the most racist show we've ever had, ever.
Sure.
We still managed to teach people things. So that's good. That's great.
We're not going to be dropping Lardoons anytime soon, but you know what they might be dropping? Quidnunk. What's up?
All right. Well, speaking of which, we need to get scenario 2 in here. And I am not going to ask Bob.
I think I might have an idea.
Please, yes.
Okay. So Ryan is a noted quidnunk. He is known the world over, and he's part of a syndicated weekly quiz show. But he's just been caught cheating. And Mike, you're the host, and you have to break the news to him that he's been cheating. His desire for all kinds of gossip and information has gotten to the point where he has felt the need to cheat at this show and become a winner all the time. So tell him he's horrible, tell him he's wrong, and kick his ass off the show.
Okay. Welcome back to Pop Quaidsicle. I'm your host, Dennis Quaid.
Wait, is that a mix of like Quetzalcoatl, the Mexican
Pop
lightning god?
It's Pop Quaidsicle. I mean, come on. Welcome back, and unfortunately, to all of our dear viewers at home, it may be 3:30 in the afternoon because that's what time we're on. But unfortunately, I got to drop something heavy on you guys. I just caught our favorite contestant. It turns out that Ryan, you've been cheating. And I need you to fess up. Right now, I'd like for you to tell everybody on the air and issue an apology. Tell us what's going on. What's going on with you?
I'm a little unclear of the question. I can give you an answer once you phrase it as a trivia question that I can answer.
Okay.
I'm ready, Dennis. Got my buzzer.
All right.
Let's do this.
All right. How about...
What do you got for me?
What the fuck are you doing on this show? I'm giving you a chance to fess up or else you're gone. You currently have $45 in winnings, which is a record for Pop Quadsicle. And I'd like for you to know that, this could be the very end of the line for you. So I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself. We don't tolerate cheating here on Pop Quadsicle. We only tolerate Dennis Quaid and Randy Quaid related trivia. And
Ooh.
I found...
What's Randy doing nowadays? Like, what's he up to? Like, what's he got going on?
I feel like because you have an iPad in front of you with IMDb up, and I don't think that's allowed. In fact, I know that's not allowed because this is my show. Please, tell the people at home that you are sorry for this grave, egregious error.
Regis? Did you say Regis?
This
what
Regis
is he doing
error.
nowadays?
You need to stop spinning this on me. And
he used to have a show. It was so great, and I just don't know what's going on. I mean, what's he doing now? What's the latest on him?
Oh my God! All right, look, I am gonna give you one more chance. Let's do it this way. You want trivia? I'm gonna give you trivia. I'm taking your iPad from you. All right, no more. Look, you've got nothing in front of you, right? All you have is a buzzer. Don't buzz it yet.
Tons of great gossip.
Just don't buzz it yet. Just hold on. What I am going to ask you is, what was the last movie that Randy Quaid was in?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid. Well, Randy got pulled over. This was 2 weeks ago. Little routine
Not
DUI check.
Definitely not a movie.
Was on the internet, on YouTube actually. Got arrested. That was the latest I've seen from Randy. What else is he doing now? Have you seen him? You're his brother. What is going on?
All right, look.
What's he getting into?
My dear brother, Randy Quaid, you're wrong. You're no longer going to be on this show. I'll fill you in. The last role he was Coach Lou Tuttle in Balls Out, Gary the Tennis Coach. Okay?
Oh.
2009 flick. Maybe you've heard of it. Probably not. Straight to DVD. Probably straight to VHS. Balls Out...
Hi guys. I'm sorry. Hi. I'm audience member number 4. I've been sitting here through all this, watching this.
Yes.
And I just want to say,
the fourth person. There's only 4 people.
Well, as you can see with your eyes, I'm the 4th one in from the left side of the front row. So this gentleman is number 3, and this lovely young woman is number 2, and that guy at the end with the lazy eye is number 1. So I'm audience member number 4, and I'm appalled at this behavior here. Mike, whatever happened to forgiveness?
Who the fuck's
we all
Mike?
make
This
mistakes.
is Dennis Quaid. First off, thank you very much.
Okay, sorry. I have an acute condition where I call everyone Mike. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look,
I should have prefaced.
Hey, champ. Look. Okay, my name's Dennis Quaid, and look.
Yes, Mike. Sorry, Mike.
I am more than willing to issue all of you a refund for your tickets, which, by the way, they were all free. How dare you even complain about getting a free ticket to an airing of Pop Quadsicle? But let me just say that I'm sorry. I'm still sorry. Look, I apologize. I never would have thought that Ryan would be capable of wronging everyone, especially the Quaid family.
You mean Mike, right? Mike wronged Mike, and Mike wronged all the other Mikes.
To you, he's.
Why is this going on? Why is this going on? Just stop it.
And scene.
Just stop it.
Good. You know what? I feel like we accomplished something. I feel like we did
something.
I feel like I learned what the last thing was that Randy Quaid did. So I'm happy.
I know. Yeah, I got it. Balls deep, balls out.
You guys need to look at his IMDb page because man, homie got big.
Yeah, man.
He got big.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid.
And I don't mean just like big in Japan. I mean like big human being.
Balls out, Gary the Tennis Coach. That is a thing that exists. And that is a Randy Quaid jam. And apparently it is also a Sean William Scott jam, which means I need to watch it right now. So there. I'm sure everyone listening is like, wow, that was useful. Let's also...
It's probably streaming on Netflix.
Yeah, it probably is. I could probably watch it there. Let's get ourselves to some escalator pitches. Dave, why don't you start us off? What is your escalator pitch for Hoyden?
Well, Hoyden, maybe. It's like great. I can't do that voice. So Hoyden you know what you're getting when you you get a word from Dave Hinkle. You know what you're getting. You're getting succinct, really fun to say, really crisp, kind of rounded out word. Hoyden is great because we've been wanting to come up with less offensive ways, less offensive labels for people for millennia. We've been trying to do this forever, but we always
Some of us have.
I'd say most of us, the good people, everybody outside of Bob, we try and come up with words, labels that we can put on people that is not derogatory. It's just a good way to kind of sum them up. And Hoyden is great. It's wonderful. Most people, saucy, boisterous, carefree women that you label this word, you affix this word to, they're not going to know what the hell you're talking about. So instantly you're going to feel smarter than them. You're going to lord that over them. You're going to feel like, man, I'm great. They're not. I know they don't care about things, but I care about the fact that I properly labeled them with a word that they have no idea. And now they're pulling out their iPhone and they're Googling it. And as they're doing that, you have enough time to run away. So it's a great word. I think you should vote for it. And, yeah, Hoyden, Costanza, Hoyden.
All right. I'm next. I'll go with my escalator pitch for Lardoon. Everybody step on. Lardoon. You take bacon or fat, you shove it inside of other meat. That's what you think. That's what the dictionary tells you. I'm here to tell you that a Lardoon is a currency that you can spend. You can go to an H&M, get a nice cheap, pair of slacks and a coat, and just pull out just a hunk of lard. A hipster sort of store like an American Apparel is going to take lard. Of course they are. They're going to take Lardoons all day. Now, the best way to carry your Lardoons, though, is basically, you know how you can get those chocolate coins? What you do is you just take out the chocolate and you put lard inside those little foil wrappers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. We're changing the game here.
Can't work out very well.
Oh, no, it works out great because then when someone opens it up, they realize, oh my God, my life sucks. This is just lard. and they've been had. You get the chocolate. You get whatever it is that you bought with your Lardoons. Everybody wins. Well, you win. That means everybody wins because it's all about number one, Lardoons. That's number one. That's my escalator pitch. Moving on. Bob, you don't get an escalator pitch this week. Ryan, please give me your escalator pitch for Quidnunk.
Oh, that's horrible. Did Bob even hang up? I don't even feel like Bob's here anymore. Maybe he just left.
Oh, I'm here. Let's talk about my word a little bit.
God damn it, Bob.
Niggle.
Is that Schmeagol? You say
Good.
Niggle.
You're good. You're good. You're done. Ryan, give me
To worry or annoy someone. Niggle.
Ryan, your escalator pitch for Quidnunk, please.
Yeah, my word, like, in no way can be offensive or, any kind of reference to any kind of horrible past that this country has had. So I think just by that fact alone, it's a fantastic word. And you know that, everyone knows those people that are hanging around. Like, some of them are hoydens and some of them are just kind of regular ladies or dudes that just want to know what's up. Like, know what the word on the street is, like the skinny. And we all know those kind of people and have them in our life. But yeah, so Quidnunk's great word.
All right, good.
That's all I got.
Dennis Quaid, Randy Quaid. Got it. Moving on. Let's get some votes going. Dave, you won last week. You started us off. I'm going to, with the escalator pitches, I'd like for you to start us off now with votes. You have to pick between Lardoon, Niggle, and Quidnunk.
All right, I've got to go with Lardoon for number one, just because I love that idea of a currency based around lard. It's we should think about it. We should go into it. And then, of course, number two, I got to go Quidnunk. It's,
all right, awesome.
I would say Quidnunk's the more fun word to say.
Probably,
yeah. Man, I just love a
Really? You don't want to say my word?
I just love a good pocket full of Lardoons, like you're hitting the town, it's Friday night, you're going to get some beers, you're just going to have a grand old time, and it's probably the one currency I would ever give to like a homeless person who's like sitting on the street, they're like, give me money. It's like, all right, I'll give you a Lardoon, you can have one of them. Don't spend it all in one place. Yeah, so
it's also nourishment.
It also will keep you alive to keep begging. So,
all right. I will go next. I'm going to say I have to pick between Hoyden, Noggle, and Quidnunk, and I'm going to say my number one pick is Hoyden.
Nice.
Dave,
Nice.
it is very, very fun to say.
Isn't it?
It is a very fun word.
It's
The
like
second you said
gauge.
it,
It's
it
Hoyden.
is.
That's
a very Hinkle word. I mean, if we for the Word Rango dictionary, if we have a separate section for Hinkle words, Hoyden and Ganch are like the 1 and 2, the back-to-back 1-2 punch. You know, it's pretty perfect. And then my number 2 is Quidnunk. I don't. Ryan, your word is so good that it really should be a number 1 word, but there's something about the Hoyden that I have to give the nod to that first. But Quidnunk is a very good word, and especially the Dennis and Randy Quaid part I kind of like. But that's also a really good one as far as the gossip and the actual definition goes. As far as the practical word goes, that's my practical word of the week. So that is my pick. Bob, let's do you next. You have to pick between Hoyden, Lardoon, and Quidnunk.
I don't want to worry you too much or annoy you too much.
Damn you.
So my number 1 word this week is going to be...
Better edit in some tumbleweeds here.
Yeah.
Maybe just the sound of crying children.
Yeah.
Quidnunk.
Oh my God! Whoa! 26 episodes in, we finally break him of his habit.
Wow. Okay.
And of course, my number 2 word is... It's going to be...
Could he do it?
Listen, I don't want to worry you too much.
Oh my God.
But you're pretty sure what number 2 is going to be. It's
Hoyden
going to be Lardoon.
Lardoon. There we go. All right.
Oh.
Lardoon. And
Shocking.
it is down to Ryan.
Number 3's Niggle.
God damn it, Bob. You got to kick this habit. Ryan, you have to pick between Hoyden, Lardoon, and Nurgle.
Man, I'm going to have to shock the world and go with Lardoon, actually.
Woo!
Yeah, because it just sounds like, I think the actual real definition, just the endless possibilities of things that you can inject with other things is, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And for number 2, we're going to have to go with Hoyden.
Hoyden.
And that means I am the winner this week with Lardoon. I talk about shocking the world. I never would have imagined I would win in a week where Hoyden and Quidnunk exist. Definitely would win any week where Bob brings to the table Niggle. I mean, god damn it, Bob. But you really left a mark on us this week, one that we're never going to forget, just like the dark, terrible parts of America's history. So with that, Bob, where are people going to send their angry letters this week?
You can send your angry letters this week to wordrango@niggle.com.
Let me see if that exists.
Okay, you can send your email to wordrango@gmail.com, or hey, why not even try Mila Kunis sideboob@gmail.com? Do something fun for yourself. I'm sure that exists too, or at least it will very, very soon. Word Rango can be found on the interwebs around the globe at wordrango.com. Tell your friends, tell your family. Heck, I don't care. I don't mind if you tell hobos, as long as they have Wi-Fi in their hobo shanties. You can get us on Twitter at Mila Kunis Sideboob. We're on Facebook. Just search for Mila Kunis Sideboob. Check us out on Stitcher and iTunes, searching for, you guessed it, Mila Kunis Sideboob. We would like 5 stars and 2 boobs,
or at least the side of 1.
And while you're at it,
Mila Kunis.
While you're doing the @WordRango and Facebook.com /WordRango thing, stop over at iTunes and when you share any of the episodes with people, I recommend bit.ly/WordRango. That's going to send everybody to our iTunes page where they can give us 5 stars, leave us a review. You should do that if you haven't already. We could use more of that. And that helps boost the show's presence. It gets more side boobs out there. It gets, really, I think at this point, all we can really say is we're spreading awareness of something, for better or worse. We're making sure people
for better or words.
For better or words. Thank you,
Get
Ryan.
that bumper sticker.
This is
made.
why I don't do this by myself. I surround myself with talented, smart people that occasionally misstep and say something that would probably get them thrown off of national television. So that
Just terrible, awful nigglers.
God.
Oh, no.
No. That one you might have to
Jesus.
actually take out and post, because holy fuck. Thank you all for listening. I really, really hope you tune in next week. We're gonna
Check
have
out our website, wordrango.com. Get on
Do that.
Twitters, get on the Facebook. Share the show with your friends, please. We're definitely going to need it after this week.
We're gonna need it.
It's been great getting new listeners every
And
week.
when you share it, say
growing.
give a couple episodes a listen. You don't have to just
Yeah.
do the most recent one, because that's not totally
do like a
representative.
few of them. Sure, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah,
there's like at least 20
there's
of
some great words in there, not not offensive ones or anything. You don't have to worry about that.
And we've got our YouTube. You can check out Word Rango on YouTube
Yes.
for some sample clips, which is
Yes.
really good. Dear Melinda, our clip from Word Rango episode 9 is a great way to get anybody interested in the show. One of Bob's better moments, which is stark contrast to his activity today. But it's great show. We like doing it. We want to keep doing it, and that means that you people have to listen to it. So.
And in general, just send us a note. On Twitter or on Facebook. We love hearing from you guys.
Yeah.
And we love knowing that this is, we love the idea that, like, oh my God, like, I'm actually, these are some pretty cool words that they're dropping on us. It's pretty cool. But, if you're just having fun, if it's just entertaining, if it's just getting you through a workday, that's fantastic. We love to hear it. And we hope that that's working for you and that you're willing to spread that love to others for us.
Absolutely. And we could use a top 10 list of Hoydens. We need to get Hoydens down. We need to get a power ranking system going. Just 10 different Hoydens that we could all look to, say that's a 6, that's an 8.
Right.
That's a 4.
Like on a scale of Condoleezza Rice to peg leg Kesha, we definitely need that.
Yep, we need all the in-between.
Yep.
All the in-between.
And that's it. We're going to have 4 more words, more definitions for you guys next week. Thank you all for listening. This has been Word Rango. Word up!
Word Rango!